Pinkie Pie's New Friend, written by Blue Moon Hero, read by Swedish Dog. Pinkie is at Sugar Corner and she's baking when Twilight and her friends walks in. Hi Pinkie. Hi Twilight. What are you baking? Asked Fluttershy. I'm baking a cake for Gummy. What do you do for cake? Asked Verity. To celebrate that day when I met him 8 years ago. How did you meet him? I can tell you, said Pinkie. Twilight and her friends sat down, and then Pinkie showed up with cups of tea and some cookies. Everybody took their cake, and Pinkie went back to finish the cake. Well, Pinkie, can you tell us now? Asked Twilight. Sure. Pinkie took a deep breath, and then she began to tell everything to her friends. Well, everything started when I moved to Ponyville as young. I just moved in here on Sugar Corner and got a job here with Mr. and Mrs. Cake. I started to enjoy a lot of new friends and helping with partying. Pinkie's friends sit and listen while they looked when Pinkie was baking the cake. Like me, I enjoy Ponyville very well, said Pinkie. It was at this time I became friends with Applejack and Verity. We three came along well and quickly became friends. But can you tell us when you got Gummy? Rainbow, don't be so rude, said Twilight. Twilight looks at Rainbow Dash, who looks at Twilight with a serious look. Continue, Pinkie, said Twilight. Okay, thank you, Twilight. Pinkie was silent for a moment to remember where she was, and she remembered. After my first year, I celebrated it with a party with my friends. I got everything possible in gifts. Sorry if I interrupt, Pinkie. Can we have some more tea? Pinkie and the other looked at Fluttershy, who was blushing and trying to sink into a chair. Of course, Fluttershy, said Pinkie. Soon Pinkie arrived with a teapot and gave all more tea and lit more cakes and some scones. Where was I in the story? You were at the gifts, said Verity. Yes, that was I, said Pinkie. The day after I took a walk in the park. By the pond I saw an egg. It was a little bigger than a goose egg. I looked around to see if the mother of the egg was nearby, but I didn't see anything. I used to look at the distance if the mother was nearby, so I hid behind a tree. Now Pinkie was finished with the cake and put in the oven and sat down with her friends. I waited and waited, but no bird appeared, so when I went up and picked up the egg, and I brought the egg home to make it warm. Pinkie's friends listen carefully to each word she tells them. It felt like an eternal for the egg to hatch. Pinkie, you don't think the egg will hatch? Said Mr. Cake. Well, I think the egg will be hatched. But Mr. Cake was wrong about the egg. 2 days later, the egg began to hatch. Mr. and Mrs. Cake thought it was a bird, but they were surprised that it was an alligator baby instead. Twilight and her friends started to laughing when Pinkie told them about it. They laughed for almost 10 minutes until they managed to calm down. Pinkie, that is not bird. No, it's an alligator. Can you take care of an alligator, Pinkie? Asked Mrs. Cake. Of course I can take care of an alligator, said Pinkie. Are you sure, Pinkie? Asked Mr. Cake. Yes, I'm very sure, said Pinkie. Pinkie was so happy that the egg was hatched and she got a new friend to take care of. Twilight and her friends could see how Pinkie was in Gummy's hopes when she told the story for them. Continue, Pinkie, said Rarity. Okay. What are you going to name the alligator? Asked Mrs. Cake. I'm going to name him to Gummy. One day you have to let him go to nature when he starts to get too big, said Mrs. Cake. Yes, I know, said Pinkie. The time passed and I took care of Gummy. But then I discovered that he didn't grow bigger but remained small. There must been a mini alligator you found, said Twilight. Yes, I think so, said Pinkie. But then it was they heard a bell ring, and it was a cake that was finished. Pinkie jumped up and quickly took out the cake from the oven. Pinkie divided the cake into pieces and shared it with her friends, and every pony raised their cups. Congratulations to Gummy and Pinkie's friendship, said everyone. Then the celebration continued throughout the afternoon at Sugar Corner. The end.